All right, everybody, how y'all doing? Welcome back to Throwing Out the Dolphins. Your host Ron here, and yesterday was a horrible game, a game that the Dolphins really needed to stay in hunt of the seventh seed in the playoffs. Right now, their chances are slim right now because in that spot, you need Indianapolis Colts is in good position to take it, but they need two teams to lose, and I'll be going over that towards the end of everything. But right now, that was a game that the Dolphins needed. There was some players was hungry for it, and then some players wasn't. And we already know that the Dolphins is not a cold team. When they got up there, yeah, they was ice cold, all right. I mean, mistakes after mistakes after mistakes. You cannot win game making those type kind of mistakes. Who fumbles, especially number 83, fumbled on a punt return, which gave the ball back to Green Bay after the defense stopped and made them go 3-and-out. That was a big no-no. And the defense had them. And then, due to the mistakes and penalties and the injury to Kanua Smith, which brought into another rink-a-dink cornerback, and they were throwing his way, but he was getting burnt all day. Short passes, quick routes was going. I mean, quick routes was we talking about 5-yard routes going for 12, 15 yards, keeping drives alive. Right now, the Dolphins really shot themselves in the foot big time. Now they need to win all their remaining games and hope that the teams are in hunt for the 6 and 7 seed spot needs to start losing starting this Sunday. Yes, Dolphins don't play again until December 2nd. No, not December 2nd, but next week, Sunday after that, when they play the Jets. And that's an easy win for us. But our next game coming up after that is Houston. And if that game coming up, we are going to be in shambles. Because right now, we could beat the Jets. The Jets is in our division. The Jets playing garbage. So we're not really worrying about that there. But right now, what a hurtful loss that the Dolphins gave themselves in hunt for the playoffs. I mean, you can't help it. They went through a lot of injuries, a lot of setbacks, but they was on a 3-game winning streak, and then they got snapped in the cold that the Dolphins couldn't handle. You can sit down and say last week's championship game when the Dolphins had to go to Kansas City Chiefs and play in that minus 10-degree temperature. Same thing, 20-something degrees. It was cold. They was numb. And then Tua was making some extremely mistakes, overthrowing his targets. Wide open. First down, drive alive, overthrown, punt the ball. First drive, keep the drive alive, overthrown Tyreek Hill. Boom. I mean, just overthrown pass after overthrown pass after overthrown pass, which hurt the Dolphins. Just like I said, that was a win that they had them winning, and they also had them losing. That was the only game that we saw them losing was that Green Bay game against against the Green Bay Packers on Thanksgiving Day. Our Thanksgiving Bowl was hurtful to the fans, to the supporters, as we saw our team, our Miami Dolphins playoff hopes went down the drain. Just like I said, December 8th, we played the Jets at 1 p.m. at Hard Rock. And then December 15th, we go to the NRG Stadium. Yes, we playing in Houston. That's another tough game right there. So if we beat Houston, another tough game is 49ers. Now with Houston and the 49ers, we could keep up with them. We could actually keep up with this team here. And after the 49ers, we got Cleveland, the Jets again, and then we close out the season. So right now, the Dolphins need to win week 14, week 15, week 16, 17, and 18. That's the remaining 5 games that they need to win. 5 games. Can they do it? Absolutely. But the thing is, instead of trying to be superstars, play together as a team. And yesterday, the running attack was just horrible. I mean, the running attack was just what? 14 carries for 39 yards. You cannot win no games like that. That's a raggedy balanced offense. And on Green Bay side, they had 25 carries, 114 yards. That's what our defense gave up. 25 carries for 114 yards and a touchdown. In the air of our defense gave up in the air was 21 to 28. That's Jordan Love for 274 yards and 2 TDs. So altogether, the defense gave up 3 touchdowns, 2 in the air, 1 on the ground. And if we keep playing like this, Raheem Marshall had 5 carries for 19 yards. Devon Kane had 7 carries for 14 yards, and Tua Tago had 2 carries for 6. You cannot win a game with the mediocre balanced attack on offense. The running the game and the passing game needs to be balanced. If you got the running game going and the running game is hot, it's going to open up passes for Tua to go deep the hill, to Waddle, Janua Smith wide open in the middle. You know, those plays could set up big plays. You know, those players right there. If Tua and the Miami Dolphins offensive coordinators get this team back in order, they could win the game, get in the playoffs with help. And right now, it's not really looking good at all on the team stats. Just like I said, you had Tua Tagovailoa with 37-46 for 365 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jordan Love had 20-28 for 274 yards and 2 touchdowns. Rushing attack was all Green Bay because our guys on the ground attack did not come to play. So you had Raheem Marshall with 5 carries for 19 yards. You can't do nothing with no 19 yards. And you had Jay Jacobs with 19 carries for 43 yards and a touchdown. Now the receiving was there. Janua Smith, that's what they call him, the yak monster. Because the yards after catch, when he catches the ball, he getting some extra yardage to keep drive alive. He had 10 receptions for 113 yards. And yes, he is becoming to be a strong target for Tua and any other quarterback for the Miami Dolphins, because Janua Smith know how to find that window, get his numbers showing, and that ball is on his chest, radar, target, dot. He catch it, we moving his chains. Janua Smith know how to run routes. T. Kraft had 6 carry reception for 78 yards. On the first downs, it was basically Dolphins had 21 first downs to Green Bay 19 first downs. Total yards was pretty much decent. Miami Dolphins had 375 in total yards. Green Bay had 388 in total yards. But the turnover, that hurt it. One turnover, and that turnover was on the punt return when number 83 muffled the punt return. Damn shame. Time of possession went all the way to the Dolphins. They had 33 minutes and 4 seconds to Green Bay, 26 minutes and 56 seconds. But just like I said, the Dolphins need help. And I'm going to go over the protocol right now so y'all can see what the pictures are. Right now, you may forget about the first seed and the second seed is locked up by the Chiefs and the Bills. Still is holding in with number 3, but they need to win their remaining games to stay in the hunt and have a bye week and all games coming at home. Chiefs locking up home field advantage regardless anyway. They play the Las Vegas Raiders. That's a win. They currently holds the position in 99%. If they win or lose, they still holding that number 1 lock. The Bills got to go ahead and do their things by winning games and key and standing number 2. So with the Steelers, now here is the open gap here. Texans need to lose. Right now, they currently holding it at 7-5. If they win all their games and the Steelers get lose, they move up to the number 3 spot. Ravens has pretty much got everything on lock. So if they keep winning, they move up to the number 4 spot. It's the 6 and 7 seed. Chargers need to lose. Green Bay need to lose. And in the bubble is the Dolphins, the Colts, and the Bengals have a shot. So if the Bengals lose, they got Pittsburgh, so that'll be a good game right there. But it all depends on which team comes to play. Is Russell Wilson coming to play, or is Barrows coming to play in that defense of the Bengals to come on and take it all from the Steelers? Just like I said, the Steelers start losing, they start dropping. The Broncos definitely need to lose. They play Cleveland. That's an easy win for them. Right now, if lose, they have 50% chance. The playoff possibility, if lose, is a 13% chance. Right now, we at current 13 because we share it with the Colts. See, that gave them up 1 and down 1. See, we was in the 8th spot peeping in because we need the 6 or the 7 to lose. Right now, we need the Colts to lose and we need the Broncos to start losing because right now, the Colts got New England. If everything goes well, that's an easy win. That brings them to 6 and 7. If the Broncos win, they bring them to 8 and 5. If they lose, they'll drop them to 6 and 6, which opened up the doorway for the Colts. Dolphins need to win all their games and hope that these two start losing and with the Colts. That's the only help they need for the Chargers, Broncos, and the Colts to lose, which open up the doorway for other teams because in the top 3 seeds here, if the Steelers, Texans lose, they falls down. So it's going to be an open spot for that 7th spot to open up. We need the Broncos to lose, and we need the Colts to lose. That's the only way that we could go ahead on and get in to the playoffs with help. Dolphins messed up. They know they did. That's why they're pointing the fingers at themselves. We didn't come to play. They was motivated. There was hype. Some people, some players are used to the cold. Some not. It's okay. But now you're peeping into a small open doorway that you wanted to open wide. Can the Dolphins do it? I think they can. The thing is, they need to believe in themselves and win all these last games against the 49ers, the Texans, Cleveland, the Jets, and they got this. I'm just hoping for help. We'll see as the week progresses when they go back to play the Jets December 8th. And then they play the Texans December 15th. Then San Francisco 49ers. The Texans and the 49ers are their tough games. The Jets, the Browns, easy games. But the Dolphins need to win all these games. The last remaining games, they need to win. And that's it. Sorry, viewers. Thank y'all for watching. Like, subscribe. And I'll see you December 8th. Peace.